I'm hurt, I'm tired, but I don't give a damn. I'm still here for the show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fallout from Fatal Impasse. We're back with another episode of ZX Wrestling, and oh my God, was last night a banger. And I'm not kidding when I say I think that might be one of our best pay-per-views in recent memory. You know me, I'm your commentator, Pat Adams. I'm a wrestler from time to time. I was actually in a tag team title match last night, and guess what? I won. So now I'm an EMGG champion, well, former EMGG champion, former European champion, and the current tag team champion alongside Cole Fisher, our 2025 Chaos Rumble winner. We've got ourselves a pretty damn good card set up for you guys tonight. So as per usual, we are going to go over that. Jax Harper will be defending his championship against a mystery opponent, as it all goes. Same with the women's TV champion, Xenia Rosemary, defending her title against a mystery opponent. TV titles are some of my favorite matches. TV title matches are some of my favorite matches because mystery opponents. Then Zara Fowler will go up against Gwen Rogers. Then after that, it is the new Intercontinental Champion, Jeremy Davidson, taking on Bobby Adams. And then our main event, I'm going to be taking on the World Heavyweight Champion, Ralph Macbeth. Sadly, it's a non-title match. God, could you imagine Cole Fisher and Pat Adams in the main event? That'd be fucking insane. I should have do that. Oh. Also, one more thing I do want to point out. Normally, I leave the desk a match before I have a match, but in this case, I'm not going to be able to. Also, who is this? Oh, that's who it is. Nuck Bob. A former tag team champion. I believe a former hardcore champion as well. I think was he in a title scramble match not that long ago? Let me check. Where is this bastard? Yeah, Hardcore Championship Scramble. So yes, he is a former Hardcore champion, but now he wants to add the television championship to his resume. And I'm still waiting on that Gangsta's Paradise reunion, by the way. Renegade, if you want to get in the talks with him, just saying. Here comes the champion, and this has got to feel super weird for Nuckbomb because I'm pretty sure when Gangsta's Paradise won the tag team titles, they won it off of the SMA, I'm pretty sure. I'll have to check my championship history. I could be wrong. Gangsta. No, they beat Rampage Chaos for the titles. Okay, never mind. Speaking of which, where the hell is Rampage Chaos? I haven't seen them in ages. But Jax Harper has got a long history of championships. He's a former Intercontinental Champion. He's a reigning TV champion. He's held that title multiple times. He's also a multi-time EMGG champion, so this man knows what it's like to be in the spotlight. But here we go. The ZX Wrestling Television Championship is on the line. Jax Harper defending against Nuckbomb. Mike Rome, take it away.
Introducing the challenger from Kyiv, Ukraine, weighing in at 444 pounds, Luzba. And his opponent,
I hit my mug.
weighing in at 205 pounds, the television champion, Jax Harper.
Last time, actually, hang on, you know what? Give me 1 second. Where did I put my chip? Here it is. Ugh. As soon as I got back to the desk, I had my championship on me, so I'm going to do that again this time around. You know, I think this might be a recurring thing. Anytime I'm a champion and I'm calling a show, well, anytime I'm a ZX Wrestling champion and I call a ZX Wrestling show, I'm going to have my title on me whilst I call it. So we're doing this again. Here we go. First match of the night. We're officially underway. Jax went for a kick to the midsection. Nuck was able to catch him with an elbow right to the kneecap. And now the punches come flying in from the super heavyweight, the former tag team champion and a former hardcore champion, as that has been established. And there's the axe handle that typically sends his opponents flying. And Jax is no exception to that very case, who is then sent into the turnbuckle. There's a chop. Ugh. This title is very damn comfortable. Whoever designed this championship, props to you. Just wish it wasn't so fucking heavy. Knock right on the ropes. There's an elbow drop. I am kind of pissed off that I'm not allowed to leave my commentary booth until after all the other matches. So I've got to call the rest of the show. I'm okay with that. I can do that. I'm very good at commentary. I mean, come on, I've got most of the roster telling me I'm one of the greatest commentators in the history of the federations, and I really appreciate that feedback. I try my best, but no one's perfect. Jax sent into the turnbuckle. Haven't had to deal with any trampoline turnbuckles yet, though Nuck misses wildly, and he's sent into the turnbuckle, but now he's using his strength to his advantage. The size difference is quite noticeable when it comes to this match. Yeah, Nuck's not taking any chances. A 450-pounder doing a suicide dive. That is not... He just took that clothesline like it was absolutely nothing. Got him up in the fireman's carry. What's he planning here? Fall away slam? Was he... Oh my God! Cover! Oh, Jax kicks out. Oh, Lord. This is not going to be a good day for Jax. I just know it. Okay, let me just go over here. I got to get this. Oh, no. Napalm bomb, and that might do it. Oh, but, okay. Nope, never mind. Napalm bomb does not equal a win, shockingly. First, we had the Manhattan Project. Then we had the Napalm bomb. But Jax, with the heart of a lion, able to continue. There's a knee. That somehow took down Nuck. Jax running the ropes, went for a basement dropkick. Nuck able to somehow roll out of the way, even though it looked like he was rolling into it. The punch is coming in again. Jax deflects one, headbutt. Nuck still standing, though. Sends Nuck into the corner. There's a punch right to the temple. I thought he hit him in the chin. Oh, my God. Jax running the ropes, went for an axe handle. Nuck gets out of the way. Punch to the face. Lock him again. Jax whipped into the turnbuckle. On the run. Oh, Lord. Oh, standing Kimura. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to apply that this early into the match. And considering how strong, and I mean strong, Nuck bomb is like 450 pounds and he's that jacked. Bear hug is in. Jax hanging on, though. Also, it is fucking windy in the arena. Like, I am not kidding. I don't know if the microphone is picking up, but outside of my window, I can just hear, like, the wind. It is just ridiculous. Oh, my God. Nuck picks up Jax again. Kicked in the midsection. Is he going for a second one? A second. Oh, Jesus Christ! Pile driver into the cover for the win and the title. Jax kicks out. Nuck bomb, obviously, pretty pissed off at that, and frankly, I don't blame him in the slightest. I'd be pissed off as well. You can imagine how pissed off I was when the fucking greatest regime kept interfering in the pinfalls. Like, I mean, I get it. That's the point. That's the point of a tag team title match. You gotta help your partner. You can imagine how frustrating it was after a little while. I made a few saves here and there, and look what that got us. World Tag Team Champions, baby. Let's hope this reign lasts for a long time. Could you imagine Cole Fisher as a double champion when Heart of Destiny 3 is all said and done? That would be amazing. Uh-oh. Scissor kick, I think. Or is that like another version of the Famouser? Jax on the run with a flying clothesline. Takes out Nuck bomb. Jax now picking up Nuck again. Dragging him. into the ring. Jax up on the apron, climbing up to the top rope. I think he wants to fly, and he does just that, but he crashes and burns. Knuck bomb. Yep, there goes Jax. The size game coming into play. Oh, but Jax doesn't give two damns about the size game. He wants to cheat. He wants to cheat in that game. That's the only time I'll condone any cheating. Except in this case, it's not necessarily cheating, because you're not cheating to win the match. Jax used to do that a lot when he was in the SMA. Thankfully, he's changed. And he only does that when absolutely necessary. There's a punch again to the spine. Now into the cravat sleeper. That's the sleeper agent. Oh, but Knuck says, no, no, no. I don't fall that easily. You can't make me crumble just like that. There's the punch right to the spine again. Jax now rolling out of the ring. Knuck on the apron, climbing up to the top. Is that really a good idea? Because I don't think so. He caught him with a punch right to the kidney. And sends Knuck into the barricade. And again, Jax just ran right into the ring. Jax, what are you doing? Jax, you're testing your luck, buddy. You are really testing your luck. Now Jax just chilling. Regaining himself. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. Super finisher coming in. Inverted by Jackson. That might do it. Into the cover for the win to retain the title. How many people have kicked out of the inverted mind jacks? Because I got nothing. I got nothing. I've genuinely got nothing. Jax continuing the onslaught, and we're trading blows. Chop. 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 Don't even gotta say it. They just hit my funny bone. Ow. Here we go. It's already starting to get good. The barrage of punches from both men, and Jax got the better of it. That's kind of shocking. Knuck sent into the trampoline turnbuckle. I jinxed it earlier. That didn't take long. Yeah. Harper's elbow. I thought he was going for a second one. Could you imagine 2 in a row? Lock up again. Knuck. Oh! Kick to the midsection. There's a mind jacks. Rolls him over into the cover. That might be a rope break. It's not, though. Oh, but Knuck kicks out again. You can hear the crowd chant one more time a little bit there. But it looks like Jax might not get another time. He's hit an inverted mind jacks. He's hit a standard mind jacks. Up, and yep. This is the point of the match where Knuck Bomb turns everything around. Hey, Knuck almost became the EMGG champion at one point. Hoists him up. Pile driver dead center of the ring. What's the plan, Knuck? Dragging Jax to the corner. Up to the top rope. This is gonna hurt. Diving moonsault. That is 450 pounds. Cover for the win. No, not today. That is 450 pounds, crushing a 250 pound soul. Jax with the counter. Wow. What a counter. I'm genuinely impressed with that. I have not seen that from Jax yet. Oh, here we go. Trying to lock in the guillotine. I don't think he has that locked in properly. Yeah, that's a rope break, though. No matter what. Jax with a slap, punch. He had the business transaction locked in, but I don't think he had it locked in correctly. It's tough to lock in a guillotine on a 450-pounder, and Jax did the best with what he could. Up to the top, rope arm drag. Picking Knuck up again. There's a punch. Running the ropes. What? What are you doing? Running mine, Jax? That works. That might be it. Cover for the win to retain the title. There's two. Jax gets it done again. I thought Knuck was going to kick out. Jax Harper retains the television championship once again here tonight against Knuck Bomb. Honestly, I didn't see that coming. I thought Knuck had it won at some point, but Jax, with the heart of a lion as you'd expect, gets the job done. On to the women's.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the Women's Television Championship.
Who's challenging? Oh. Emma Wilson. She is also no stranger to holding championships. But to my knowledge, the only title that she's actually had a proper reign with was the EMGG Women's Championship, if I recall correctly. I think Emma Wilson was also in a championship scramble at one point. I will have to check. I can just check. Championship scramble. Maybe there's something here. Scramble. Nope. 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 I'm looking. I'm fucking looking here. Yeah, I don't see her. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think she's been in a championship scramble match. Yeah, I was wrong. Okay. Well, it's good to be sure, just in case. Here comes the champion. Less than a month into her ZX Wrestling career, and Xenia Rosemary has done nothing but impress. In less than a month, already, Xenia Rosemary has entered the Women's Chaos Rumble and got pretty damn far in it, and she is also the reigning Women's Television Champion. She won the title in her first proper singles match, and ever since then, she has been on a hot streak. And that streak shows no signs of slowing down. And knowing her, she might actually be able to get the dub over Emma Wilson. It's been done before. Emma Wilson is human. Here we go. The ZX Wrestling Women's Television Championship is on the line. Xenia Rosemary defending against Emma Wilson. Mike Rome, take it away.
Introducing the challenger from out of this world, the Superstar. And her opponent from Blackpool, England, the Women's Television Champion, Isaiah Rosemary.
Here we go again. our second title match of the night. Also the last title match of the night. It wouldn't be if my match against Ralph Macbeth was for the title. I mean, what? I didn't say anything. Totally, I didn't say shit. All jokes aside, though, here we go again. Xenia on the run with a shoulder tackle off the rip. See, this is something that really impresses me about Xenia Rosemary. She always has the element of surprise. No matter what she does, she always surprises me in some way, shape, or form. She is easily a superstar. Easily our next big superstar in the women's division. There's a power slam to Emma Wilson. Lock up again. Sending Emma into the turnbuckle. No trampolines yet. There's a punch to the face from Emma Wilson. Trying to send Xenia flying now. But Xenia says, nah. I'm not going to fly today. I'm not going to fly like Jax Harper did. Though when Jax Harper flew, he ended up retaining the title. Maybe the same could be said for Xenia if she ends up flying. You never know. Able to catch a headbutt with an uppercut. There's a hook right to the back of the skull. Damn. And now Xenia just flexing. Show off. I will say Xenia can be a bit of a show off. I think she wants to fly, though Emma is just lying there. Xenia heading over to the outside, sending Emma Wilson back into the ring. She's like, alright, if you don't want me to fly, I'll just get you back into the ring so I can keep doing what I want to do. Multiple punches coming in now. Emma catches one, retaliates with one of her own, right to the midsection. There's some punches and an elbow. Kick to the midsection, punch, elbow. Misses a chop wildly, and we're trading blows again. Oh, Lord. God almighty, Xenia, chill out. We get it. You're the TV champ. Well, the women's TV champ. No remorse. Into a big splash. Dead center of the ring. And now, picking up Emma Wilson like she weighs nothing. Just bench pressing her. Damn. That is impressive. Running the ropes. Xenia, what are you doing? I get it, you're still a rookie, but come on. You should not be making that kind of a mistake. God almighty. And that allows Emma Wilson to regain control of the match into a violent powerbomb in the corner. Lock up again. Emma sends Xenia off the ropes into a deep six, into the cover for, well, not really a deep six, but you know what I mean. Kick out either way by Xenia Rosemary. Emma trying to lock up with Xenia, though she missed wildly, so she resorted to punches. Xenia able to counter, but Emma counters back. Oh my God. Lock up again. Xenia sent into the turnbuckle. No trampolines yet. Catches her with a double kick to the face. Hoists her up into the bear hug. Jax was trapped in that earlier. But Emma able to break out just as quickly, if not even more quicker. There's a punch again, and an elbow, and a punch. And now, Emma got Xenia in the torture rack. That is not a good place to be. But Xenia, as resilient as ever, continues to hold on. Takes down Emma Wilson just like that. One clothesline is all it takes, and then she goes down. And now sending Emma into the corner again. There's an elbow. Oh. Doof! Xenia back on the attack here. There's a punch right to the face. And one to the spine. And a second. and an axe handle, and another. God almighty. Xenia is a freaking brute. Mandible claw locked in. But Emma is quickly able to break out of it. That was really quick. I was not expecting Emma to get out of it that quickly. Considering everything Emma's been through so far, I thought she would have been in there longer. But now it's time for the Amazon to strike with an Amazon bomb. But she's not done, though. I thought she would be. And now sending Xenia into the corner again. Pops her up on the top rope. What is she planning? Oh, I know what she's planning. She's planning a muscle buster. Into the cover for the win to become the women's television champion. But Xenia kicks out at 2. That was a solid 2 as well. I gotta adjust my championship. Jesus. But for spinning clothesline, Xenia able to catch it and trip her up. Xenia's had enough punishment. Now it's her turn to deal some with a spear. Taking a page out of my playbook, into the cover for the win to retain the championship. There's 2 and a kick out. Xenia having a similar reaction than Emma Wilson. And now what's she planning? Hoists her up into the Rose of Death. Cover. Oh, no, no, no. We are not done yet, says Emma Wilson. I genuinely thought that was it. There's a punch, and we're trading blows again. Please keep trading blows. My voice is still tired from last night. Oh, and Xenia again, able to regain control. She wins yet another exchange and just hoists her up and slams her down with a beautiful power slam. Xenia is just making this look like child's play. I'm just going to be brutally honest with you. I still can't talk either, if you can't tell. Not screaming, though, am I? I still need that perfectly cut scream edit made from from last night. Emma back in control. Back up to the middle rope. It's time for a second Amazon bomb. She connects it. She's not done, though. She's got one thing left, I think. I emphasize the word I think, considering she's going to do anything. Leg drop. There's something. But it's not what I was expecting her to do. Lock up. Xenia sent into the turnbuckle. Emma punches Xenia in the face. Hoists her up and lets her fall. Kind of like a sit-out powerbomb there. Xenia wisely rolling out of the ring. Champion's advantage cannot win the title by countout or disqualification unless established beforehand. And it has not been established beforehand. So if there's a count out, the title will not change hands. Same with the DQ. And I don't really trust Emma Wilson, considering the fact that Emma does have a history of cheating in matches. A very long history, I should add. Xenia over to the corner, climbing up to the top rope. What are you planning? Yeah, I had no idea what you were going for, but whatever it was, it probably wasn't going to work. Now hoisting Emma on the top rope. Hoists her up again and lets her fall dead center of the ring. And now picking up Emma to her feet again. Time for a choke slam, and that could do it. Into the cover for the win to retain. Kick out by Emma Wilson at 2. Xenia arguing the count on the referee's part. I think it was a good count. Though that says a lot, considering I have a love-hate relationship with this referee. She's going for a second one. Oh, no. Make it a military press spine buster. But that's not all. She's hit 3 finishers. Make it 4 with another spear. Pin her. Well, she's not going to. She's got one thing left. I think I know what it is. Hoists her up. Rose of Death. Good night, Emma Wilson. Xenia Rosemary retains again.
Here is your winner, and still women's television champion,
Xenia Rosemary with yet another successful championship defense in her first ever reign, continuing to show why she may be the next women's world champion after, well, Elizabeth Macbeth, because she's the 2025 Chaos Rumble winner. So it's either going to be Elizabeth or Cynthia that she beats that she takes the title from. Whenever she gets a title shot, of course. But here we go. Up next, we've got some more women's action for you. And frankly, we've got another champion.
making her way to the ring from Los Angeles, California, the women's fighting champion,
Sarah Fowler, the women's Flashpoint champion, also a former women's television champion and a former women's EMGG champion. She looked to regain the title and become a double champion for the first time in her career, but that attempt fell short after she lost to Amanda Watson last night at Fatal Impasse. But that's okay. There's always room for improvement, and she's got a match tonight, so she's going to make good use of that. And here comes her opponent. And frankly, this is someone who Sarah Fowler actually used to work with. And also someone who I'm very divisive on. I don't know how this is gonna go. Do I see Gwen Rogers winning this match? I don't know. Knowing Gwen Rogers, she's one of those people where she likes to cheat. This is something that we have seen a lot of from Gwen Rogers. We've seen a lot of cheating, so I'm going into this match rather optimistic. And this would be the match where when it ends, I'd head off the desk and prepare for my match, but I can't do that because Ozzy Prickdorf decided I have to stay here until my match comes. But that's okay. I'll be fine. My voice can take it. I only have to call the matches. So here we go. We're back underway for our third match of the night. Just 2 matches away from my main event. Oh, and Zara already back on the attack. That did not take long in the slightest. Zara looking for some redemption after her loss to Amanda Watson last night. But thankfully, no matter what the outcome was, like I said in that match, no matter what the outcome was, Zara was going to walk out of that match as a champion. And look at her. She's still the women's Flashpoint champion, though that could change. We don't know, but that could change very soon. Springboard cross body, kind of. Well, not necessarily a cross body, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Gwen catches Zara with an elbow to the face. Hoists her up. Oh, my. And now Gwen climbing up to the top rope. Looking to fly. Oh, and nails it. And now Gwen picking up Zara. There's a slap right to the top of the skull. That looked like something the great Khali would hit. Went for a splash as I almost dropped my championship. Zara able to counter it to a rolling thunder kick. I've got to be careful with my friggin' title. Zara with the elbows, with the combinations. Sends Gwen over the top rope. Not out of the ring, though. The Chaos Rumble's not for another 11 months, Zara. But it's good that she's getting her practice in now. Zara running the ropes. Tried to climb them with Gwen, but Gwen saw all of that. But never mind, she still got caught with a punch right in the kidney. And Gwen gets turned around just like that. And again, God. Double the trouble for Gwen Rogers. And a kick right to the midsection once again. Now prying at the leg of Gwen Rogers. That has got to hurt. There's another kick right to the spine. Now picking up Gwen again. There's an elbow, or just a punch, I should say. That's an elbow right there. Lock up, sending Gwen into the turnbuckle yet again. Hoists her up. Looking to fly. Nope. Gwen was able to save herself from potential trouble, but Zara says, no. Stop doing this. Stay over there. Why is there trampolines in those turnbuckles? For God's sake, get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Get up. Come on. Get up. I'm trying to do the thing. I'm trying to... Okay, well, this works. Boom! Little Sister Abigail for ya. A swinging... Fuck, what's that called? Sending Gwen into the turnbuckle now. And again, Gwen has always been able to get out from that turnbuckle. Like, God. And now she's going to use it to her advantage. Holy hell. You think by now she would have taken off a turnbuckle, but thankfully she hasn't. Though, I don't want to jinx that. Gwen. You fucking tease. She wanted to fly. She wanted to fly. Elbow right to the face. Oh my God. Oh my God. Zara. Girl. You did not tell me you could do that. God damn, that was good. 5 punches in a row. And a slap. I have not done that one in a while. Now picking Gwen up to her feet again. Snapmare takedown. Dead center of the ring. Elbow. 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 Takes her down. Sarah's got to continue this onslaught if she wants any chance of winning this match. Stepping through. Into the figure 4. Into the figure 4. Is Zara going to go for the figure 8? She is. This is one of her signatures. And this actually... I think this has tapped out people in the past. But we're not going to add Gwen Rogers to that list. At least not yet. There's a slap again and another. That one got caught into a hip toss from the Flashpoint champion. The women's Flashpoint champion. Zara, you want to fly? Now's your chance. Oh. Come on. Running the ropes. Time to fly. Suicide dive to the outside. And now picking up Gwen Rogers to the feet again. Gwen reverses the momentum of the Irish Whip and sends Zara back into the ring. Gwen now. Lock up again. Picks up Zara. Oh my Lord. What a Falcon Arrow. There's a punch. Snapmare takedown once again. Ooh, that looks painful. God almighty. Though it's not one of her... Is that the Dragon Sleeper? Oh, son of a bitch. Ugh. Zara over to the corner now. After regaining control. After surviving a Dragon Sleeper temporarily. I think that was a Dragon Sleeper. I could be wrong. Went for a punch. That one got caught into an elbow. Gwen now back on the attack. Gets caught. Zara now trying to return the favor with a Rolling Thunder kick, but Gwen able to get out of the way. Elbow to the midsection by Zara Fowler, followed up with a deadly slap. Back on the run. Why are we cutting away? Come on, I want to see more of what's going on. Back on them here. So now we can keep this going. There's a slap again. Our production people have their misses. I don't know why they cut away there, so I couldn't really catch much of what was going on. But what I can tell is that Zara was in control that whole time that we cut away from them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And a slap. Now picking Gwen back up to her feet. Lock up again. Sending Gwen into the turnbuckle. Hoists her up on the top rope. She's going to try again. Looking for a top rope. Hurricane Rana. The athleticism coming into play from Zara Fowler. And now Zara. Kick to the midsection again. Another one? No, okay, that works. And a leg drop. Jesus, that might have cut her in half almost. And now telling Zara to get up. Front handspring clothesline, should I say. Telling Gwen to get up. Look, I'm tired, okay? I'm running off of some jet lag, all right? So there is going to be some mishaps from me when it comes to commentary. Zara continuing the onslaught, but only temporarily as Gwen Rogers is able to regain control of the match. There's a kick, and another. Punch, 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 kick, chop, chop, punch, kick, kick. Zara into the turnbuckle now, able to fight her way out of it though. Super kick able to connect. Zara now. Oh, and again. With a little springboard splash practically. Lock up, sends Gwen back into the turnbuckle. That one has trampolines installed on it apparently. She's like, come on, get up. Get up. I'm trying to do the thing. I'm trying to do a thing. Get up. Get over here. Boom, there we go. Oh, this could be it. This could be it. It's a rope break, though. Was that a good call? I don't think so. I genuinely don't think that was a good call. This referee is so hit and miss. Like, he gets some good calls, and then he gets some absolutely horrific calls. This referee is up and down, dude. Up and down, up and down, up and fucking down. Gwen running the ropes, went for a knee. Zara able to get out of harm's way, and we're trading blows again. How'd you miss that chop? There you go. Zara able to improvise, though. That didn't take long. Gwen now went for a kick. Zara dodges it with some slaps of her own. Chop, punch, drop kick. Super kick to follow it up. And now Zara picking up Gwen again into a rolling thunder kick. Zara, springboard senton off the first rope. Now picking Gwen up again. Into the pump handle, looking for the Fatal Fantasy. The release Fatal Fantasy, I should say. Into the cover for the win. 2. Oh, Gwen kicks out, though. Zara obviously not so happy with that decision. Kick right to the temple from Gwen Rogers. Gwen now locking up with Zara. Sends her into the trampoline turnbuckle. And this is where the BS starts to come into play. I told you. See, this is what I was telling you. Oh, come on. Count to 3. 1, 2. Oh, fucking hell. Zara on the run. Oh, how did you miss that? The referee is already all over the turnbuckle. Thank God for the brass knuckles. Of course Gwen uses brass knuckles. Do you see what I mean? This is why I went into this match being optimistic. And now the brain drain is locked in. Don't tap, Zara. Don't tap, for God's sake. Don't tap. Don't. Hang in there, Zara. Hang in there. Are we good? We're good. Okay. Whew. We're good for now. Every turnbuckle is back on, so we should be okay for the rest of this match. I emphasize the word should be. Trying to trip up Gwen, but Gwen able to retaliate with a big boot. And back to taking off the turnbuckles we go. This is par for the course when it comes to Gwen Rogers. And now, taking off another turnbuckle. Yep. Go and get the other ones while you're at it. Go ahead. Go ahead and do that. Yeah. Yeah, fun. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you got one more. You got one more. Yeah, take that one off too, why don't you? Go ahead. It's right there. Just go ahead. Jesus, Mary, mother. Gwen over to the outside, getting a chair. Saving that for later, I guess. Zara headed back into the ring, but immediately gets sent flying again. Referee's too occupied with counting Zara out to realize that there's 4 missing turnbuckles, by the way. And Gwen just punched the referee. I'm not sure if that was deliberate. Ooh, into a rolling sit-out faceplant. I'm not entirely sure if that referee punch was deliberate. Sending Zara off the ropes into a spine buster. Now the referee finally dealing with the exposed turnbuckle, and this is when Gwen starts to use the chair. Zara's not going to do anything, is she? Oh, she did! She moved! Don't! She's calling a timeout. Oh, good call! Nice! Nice! Okay, that might have worked. That actually might have worked out to her advantage. Zara wanted to call for a timeout, but no timeouts. She used that as bait, but Gwen Rogers realizing the situation. Now she has to improvise. Went for a slap. Zara able to counter. Oh, Zara! Zara! Zara with the brass knuckles! No one saw a thing. Brass knuckles used from Zara Fowler. Talk about a taste of your own medicine. Face first, Gwen Rogers goes into the exposed turnbuckle. And again. Back up on the top turnbuckle now. The super finisher. Here we go. It's time for the super fatal fantasy. Stacks are up. 1, 2. Good night, Gwen Rogers. Oh, thank God. That could have been so much worse. But thankfully, we're in the clear. The women's Flashpoint champion asserting her dominance here tonight against Gwen Rogers. You know, if Elizabeth Macbeth actually... I take back what I said earlier. If Elizabeth Macbeth doesn't win the Women's World Championship, I say Zara Fowler should be next in line. That's just me being honest. I think Zara actually has a Women's World Championship ahead of her. I don't know when that's going to be, but I could see it happening sometime in the near future. But we've got one more match to get through. Then I've got to head off for my main event. Zara just chill. Oh, God. I didn't actually mean that literally. Oh, Lord. I think Cynthia heard me. And I don't get why Cynthia always has to make everything about herself. Zara had nothing to do with your match, Cynthia. What, does Cynthia just want to pick her own challengers? That's not how championships work, genius. Well, you are a bitch. At least her theme song got one. At least her song got one thing right. All right, I've got one more match to call, and then I've got to go get my match done. Here comes the new Intercontinental Champion. Jeremy Davidson in his first ever ZX Wrestling Championship reign, and I don't think it's gonna be the last. He defeated Ethan Rose last night, and speaking of which, I'm speaking a little bit out of character here. Ethan Rose, the actual person behind Ethan Rose, he recently injured his foot I do want to send my condolences to Ethan on an actual out-of-character level. I send my condolences to Ethan. Speedy recovery, my man. But back in character now. Jeremy Davidson, as I mentioned, beat Ethan Rose for the championship. Can I also talk about how much of a kick-ass theme song Jeremy has? It is awesome. Jeremy's opponent is also a rather interesting one for Jeremy. Bobby Adams. Where do I start with this man? This guy has a long history of championships here in ZX Wrestling. He's a former All-Star champion, a former United States champion, a former multi-time Cruiserweight champion, former Hardcore champion, former television champion. This guy's done a lot. But there's two things that he's missing to become a Grand Slam champion. He's missing the tag team titles. I'm holding one of them, by the way. So, challenge is open, Bobby, if you want him. I'm just joking, obviously. Management has to decide who my opponents are, and frankly, I have no idea who I'm going up against, but I feel like the Grace Regime are going to cash in their rematch clauses for these titles, but just know, Grace Regime, if you decide you want another shot at my tag team titles, well, me and Cole's tag team titles, I should say, if you want another shot at those, just know you're going to get the same outcome. We're just going to beat your ass again. We did it once, we can do it again. But off that topic now, into my final match of the night before I have to go for my main event. Jeremy Davidson had the upper hand, but then his taunting got the better of him. Oh, well, forget I said that, because already Jeremy Davidson is back in control. Up to the middle rope. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. We only get two. We only get two punches today. Went for a kick. Jeremy blocks it. There's a stomp. And a punch right to the midsection. Bobby now trying to lock up with him. Jeremy gets out of harm's way. Hits him with some kicks. A few to the hamstring. Punch to the temple. Another. Uppercut. Lock up again. Bobby sent off the ropes. Hoists him up. Oh, it slams him down. God damn. And now just applying pressure to the midsection of Bobby Adams before finally letting him back up. Before sending him right back into the turnbuckle. And I see we've got trampolines installed on practically every single one of them now. Jeremy just taunting, letting it be known who the real Intercontinental Champion is. Elbow, 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 elbow. Kind of elbow. Mainly punch, kind of elbow. Yeah, great recovery, me. Lock up again. Bobby whipped into the turnbuckle again. There's another elbow. And another. Off the ropes. And again. And again. Elbow drop. There we go. There's a stomp again. Well, not really a stomp. Some more pressure being applied to the midsection of Bobby Adams. Speaking of pressure, oh my God! Punch, punch. Went for a kick to the midsection. Bobby able to catch it. Oh, just shoves him off though. Oh, and a DDT. Jeremy now over to the other side of the ring. On the run. Wanted that head start before crushing Bobby between a rock and a hard place. Oh, my Lord. Kick to the midsection. Time for the pedigree. And now, picking Bobby back up to his feet. Hoists him up. Into the Chaos Bomb, and that might do it. Cover for the win. 1, 2, and... Oh, nope, nope, nope. Bobby's still in this. He's still in this. Bobby's had a bit of a rough streak as of lately, and he's been looking to break that. And by beating the Intercontinental Champion, that being Jeremy Davidson, that would be an absolutely mental way to restart your, to restart a hot streak. Or to build a hot streak, I should say. A win over Jeremy Davidson would be a statement. There's a top rope hung DDT. Now Bobby over in the corner, waiting on Jeremy to get up. Hit him with a little bit of a bro kick, able to connect. Now Bobby climbing up to the top rope. Looking to hit the stomp of 69. Into the cover for the win to pin the Intercontinental Champion. Jeremy kicks out at 2. And now picking Jeremy back up to his feet, turns him around. Went for a waist lock. Jeremy sees it coming. Gets him with a couple of elbows. Gets hit with one of Bobby's own. The back and forth between the two. Ooh! Deadly clothesline from the former United States champion and former Cruiserweight champion, former TV champion, former Hardcore champion. I had to run a cycle. I already ran a cycle of Bobby's accomplishments. Bobby running the ropes. There's a flying clothesline. Back up to the feet. Bobby on the run with a kick. Caught him right in the temple. And that almost knocked out Jeremy. There's an elbow. Springing it. Oh my God! Holy shit. Bobby Adams continuing to impress me so far in this match. Like, god damn. Now Bobby into the fireman's carry, looking for the gut buster. He got it. I don't know if he got all of it though. Oh, fuck. Bobby, you gotta chill. You gotta chill, my man. That is insanity. And now Bobby hoists him up into the Adam's Apple flatliner. Into the cover for the win. Oh, but a kick out at 2 from the Intercontinental Champion. And this match continues. Bobby waiting on Jeremy to get up. Dragging Jeremy over to the ropes. I'm not sure. He does have a super finisher, though this is not it. But what this is, though, is the Adam's Apple Crusher. Into the cover for the win to pin the Intercontinental Champion. Jeremy kicks out at 2 again. Well, give me a second. Yeah, Cole. Cole, let me explain. Ozzy told me I can't leave this place until this match is over. So once this match ends, I'll immediately be over there, okay? Alright, good. See you over there. I don't know how long this match is going to be. I could be here for weeks. Sorry, Cole came up to my door. We're good, though. We're good. Bobby sends Jeremy face first into the non-exposed turnbuckle. Now back to the top rope. Bobby, what have you planned? Whatever it is, it better be worth it. Top rope hung DDT again. Jeremy rolling over to the outside. The referee now. Is he going to count? He is. Bobby waiting on Jeremy to get up. I think Bobby wants to fly, and he got all of it. The pure talent on display from both of these men as we cross the hour mark of this episode. Has it really already been an hour? Jesus. There's another bro kick. Oh, Jeremy just gets right back up though, and he's bleeding. He just gets right back up, and he starts bleeding. Like, dude, Jeremy's a fucking powerhouse. And I genuinely think if Jeremy plays his cards right, he could be a future world champion here. Jeremy on the run, went for a clothesline. He falls right into the turnbuckle though, and Bobby able to take advantage. Knee drop right to the face. Now picking Jeremy back up to the feet. Lock up again. Sends Jeremy into the turnbuckle. Oh, there's a elbow right to the face. I just saw a sign saying Bobby Adams Open Challenge with an American flag. That just gave me flashbacks to when, you know, Bobby was actually the first time I wrestled anybody. Like, genuinely first time ever. There's a kick right to the midsection. Or not the midsection, the hamstring, I should say. How do I mess those two up? I'm tired, okay? And it was sleeper hold on Jeremy Davidson. This is interesting. I have no idea how well Jeremy fares in submission holds, particularly sleepers. But at this point, I think Jeremy's going to get out of it. I mean, Jeremy's a tough guy. He does not fall easily. And his match last night proves that. He did not go down without a fight. And now he's the Intercontinental Champion. And now he's able to break out of the sleeper hold. Now he's got to do something. This is his chance to regain control. He does just that. Got him in a full Nelson here. Not the best camera angle he could have picked for it. Stomping on the foot into the stunner. Kick to the midsection again from Jeremy Davidson. Into the pedigree in front of the corner. Oh, Bobby just springs right back up, though. He just sprung right back up as if nothing ever happened. Punch, kick, kick again to the midsection. Turns him around into a neck breaker. Motherfucker. Punch, punch, kick, kick, DDT. That DDT looks like something that The Rock would hit. Lock up again between the two. Bobby sends Jeremy into the turnbuckle, though I don't know what Bobby has planned. Whatever it is, it had better work for his sake. Oh, what a backbreaker. Also, can we just talk about the strength of Bobby Adams? Like, can we just talk about that? He has done so much over the past few years. I have never seen more improvement in a wrestler than Bobby Adams. Like, he may not be having the best run so far, but my God, has he been impressive. Another gutbuster from Bobby Adams. And now Bobby picks Jeremy up to the feet again. Kicked in the midsection. Is it time? Is it time? Package pile driver. Into the cover for the win. Oh, rope break. Great ring awareness from the champion and a great call by the official. Bobby realizing the mistake, trying to capitalize, but to no avail. Jeremy back on the attack. He's got him up, looking for the chaos bomb, and that could do it. Jeremy into the cover for the win. 1, 2. Oh, Bobby kicked out. I don't know how, but Bobby kicked out. So Jeremy's got to improvise now. There's a punch. There's another. And we're trading blows again. Oh, God. Bobby able to win the exchange. Now Bobby. What's he planning? Bobby on the run. Oh my. Clear the deck for the cannonball. And now Jeremy caught with a violent clothesline. Bobby now heading over to the corner. Waiting on him to get up. Looking for the roll. Oh! A rolling thunder stunner. Adams apple crusher into the cover for the win to pin the Intercontinental Champion. Oh, and a kick out at 2. Jeremy counters, kick to the forehead, followed up with a flying clothesline. Jeremy now. There's an elbow and another. Bobby down in the center of the ring. Jeremy picks him up. There's an elbow. Boom! The Destroyer elbows into a third. Chaos bomb in the corner. Holy. Oh, no. He's here, isn't he? I'm calling it. Huh. Nothing. I'm actually kind of surprised. Jeremy's just as confused as I am. He wants a fight. He wants a fight. Oh, turn around. Turn around. Jeremy. Shit. Oh, my God. That motherfucker, Ethan Rose. Bobby doesn't even realize what happened. Bobby into the cover. Ethan Rose, you son of a bitch. Oh, my God. Really? That's how we're going to end my comments? Oh, my God.
Here is your winner, Bobby Adams.
Bobby Adams, with the assist from Ethan Rose, has pinned the Intercontinental Champion. So one of two things is happening. Either Bobby's getting a title match, or Ethan's cashing in his rematch clause. I don't know what's gonna happen, but I've got to head off from the desk now because I have a match literally like right now. So I gotta. Okay, I guess Ethan's just gonna stall for time. Okay, cool. Throwing chairs at people, I see. Yeah, you're a sore loser, Ethan. Hope you know that. You know, I don't have to commentate this part. It said specifically, call the matches. I have to call the matches. I don't have to call this. So I'm gonna make a dash for the gorilla position, and yeah, wish me luck. Ralph, your days are numbered, just so you know. Your days are numbered. Alright, I'm off later. Jesus Christ.